In a world full of noise and talk, being able to say something important without speaking is a powerful skill. Stoicism, which stresses inner strength and calmness, has timeless advice on how to become this quiet but powerful presence. People can earn respect and awe without having to say a word by living by certain values and actions. This way of doing things not only helps you grow as a person, but it also makes your relationships and impact stronger. Word, hey, show that you are calm and collected. Practice inner peace. Regularly meditating or practicing mindfulness can help you stay cool and collected. Take charge of your responses. Stay calm in tough situations to show that you are in charge of your feelings and actions. Presence is more powerful than words. Your calm presence can comfort and change people more than any words could. Show that you are honest by what you do. True to your values. Always follow your beliefs and principles and let others know what you stand for. Being reliable. Keep the promises and agreements you make to show that you can be counted on. Set a good example. Be honest in everything you do, and people will want to follow your lead. Show that you care and understand. Active listening means giving someone your full attention and showing that you value what they have to say. Back without words. Show you care by making faces, gestures, and actions that show you back them. Be present. Being truly present in conversations shows that you value and respect them, which says a lot. Build a presence that is strong and resilient. Body language. To show strength and confidence, keep your shoulders back and your arms open. Eye contact. Look someone in the eyes in the right way to show that you are interested and confident. Stand and sit with good stance to show that you are confident and stable. Show self-control and patience. Patience in adversity. Show your inner strength by being patient and strong when things get tough. Self-control in emotions. Take charge of your feelings and deeds, which shows how disciplined you are. Thoughtful actions. Do things on purpose and with thought, to show that you think about what you're doing before you do it. Being valued without saying a word means living by the values and rules that Stoicism promotes. You can successfully communicate your value without using words by being calm, honest, empathetic, building a strong presence, and being patient and in control of yourself. This quiet strength not only helps you grow as a person, but it also has a good effect on those around you, leaving a lasting impression. You may have heard the phrase, "Actions speak louder than words." In Stoic philosophy, this is not just advice, it's a way of life. Our confidence and worth aren't always shown through words, they're shown through our actions. In today's video, we'll show you how to be confident and show your worth. These 7 lessons on subtlety and proactive action will help you not only make an impression, but also change how others see you in everyday life. We will also look at the power of silence, where the lack of words becomes a state to showcase your true values through every action, glance, and decision you make in a world full of noise and hustle. Let your quietness speak, showing that sometimes your value has been shown more naturally without you having to say a word. This is not only a lesson in confidence, but also a profound lesson in how we can build influence and assert ourselves without the need for words. Number 1. Learn to control yourself. People often think of restraint as a passive submission or an act of suppression. But in the Stoic philosophy, restraint is not just about controlling your words and actions, it's a form of freedom. Being able to choose how to react to things is called control. This is the base for gaining trust and respect without having to. A great Stoic philosopher once said that we can't change the things that happen to us, but we can always change how we react to them. This sentence brings up an important point about restraint. It's not about having fewer problems, but about having better ways to deal with them. Imagine you're in an important meeting where ideas and projects are being presented and talked about. During the meeting, a co-worker says something hurtful about a project you've put a lot of time and effort into. Instead of reacting or defending yourself quickly, you choose to listen carefully, think about what is being said, and then calmly and confidently give a constructive response. This method not only helps you keep the respect and trust of your co-workers and leaders, but it also strengthens your reputation as a smart, thoughtful, and calm person. You become a model of professionalism and calmness, even when things are tense. In the same way, think about a relationship you value. How would it be if every time there was a disagreement, you reacted in an angry or defensive way? On the other hand, controlling your emotions and words not only helps solve problems more quickly, but also builds mutual respect. But how do you learn to be more restrained? First, become aware of your own emotions. If you're upset, take a moment to acknowledge those feelings before you react. You'll be surprised at how much control you have over your emotions when you choose how to react. Another important thing is to be patient. We live in a world where everything happens quickly and people expect us to react right away. Being able to wait and not respond right away is a form of restraint called patience. Allowing yourself time to think and reflect is an important part of self-development. Learning to be restrained isn't just a part of getting a job or keeping up with friends and family. Restrained reactions don't hold you back, so you can grow emotionally and mentally. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That's what restraint is all about. Have you ever been in a situation where using restraint changed how other people saw you? If so, share your story with me, and let's talk about the value of restraint together. Having self-control is an important skill that lets people manage their feelings, actions, and wants. To reach long-term goals, you need to be able to fight short-term urges and temptations. Self-control can help you think more clearly, make better decisions, and live a more focused and satisfying life. This lesson goes over 5 important points that show why and how people should practice self-control. Understanding. How important it is to control yourself. Self-control is an important skill for both personal and business success. It helps you deal with stress, stay focused, and make smart choices. People who have a lot of self-control are often stronger and better able to deal with the problems that come up in life. Finding your triggers and temptations. The first step in controlling rash behaviors is to become aware of the situations or things that make them happen. By figuring out these triggers, you can come up with good ways to avoid or deal with them, which makes it less likely that you'll give in to desire. Making plans and goals that are clear. Setting smart goals, goals that are clear, measured, attainable, relevant, and have a due date, can help you control your impulses. It's easier to stay focused and avoid getting sidetracked when your goals are clear. Setting priorities helps make sure that time and money are spent on things that really matter. Making healthy routines and habits. Healthy habits and everyday routines that you stick to can help you control your impulses. Getting enough sleep, working out regularly, and eating a healthy diet can all improve your health and mental clarity, which can help you be more self-disciplined. Mindfulness practices and ways to deal with stress. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can help you become more self-aware and better control your emotions. Managing stress in these ways stops people from acting without thinking and encourages them to respond to problems in a careful, deliberate way. By applying these ideas to your daily life, you can improve your self-control, which will help you get better results in many areas of your life. Number 2, accept the power of now. We are often drawn to faraway and vague details, like the hazy mountain ranges on the horizon or the vast fields hidden by the twilight, like a painting with many colors. But sometimes what really makes the painting stand out are the fine and vivid strokes right in front of our eyes, like the trees, flowers, or the way the light shimmers on a river. Accept the power of now is like learning to notice and value the small things in the present that we often miss in our daily lives. The famous quote by Marcus Aurelius, "If you are troubled by external things, it is not they that bother you, but your judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment," is both advice and a powerful reminder of the power of the present moment. When we focus on the present, we not only see the true value of each moment, but we can also choose how we react to problems and feelings. Looking back at history, there are many cases of people who lived by this ideal and did amazingly well. In the case of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic scholar, he showed how important it is to stay strong and not give in to the temptations or corruptions of power. During his reign, he had to deal with not only political problems, but also personal problems and illnesses. He spent all of his time thinking about ethics and human nature, self-examining and learning how to adapt to any situation. As a result, he not only kept his cool and stayed focused, but he also left behind one of the greatest philosophical works. His meditations remind us of how to live a valuable and meaningful life in modern times. It's also important to remember the lesson of living in the present moment. A recent study found that people who focus on the present and have a positive outlook on their daily experiences normally feel less stressed and depressed. Learning to live in the present not only makes us appreciate life more, but it's also a good way to improve our mental health. Being present can help me worry less about the future and feel less guilty about the past, which makes my mind more peaceful. This not only improves my quality of life, but it also helps me be more adaptable when life throws me challenges. This practice isn't just for one-on-one conversations. We can show others our values through how we react, listen, and be present with them, even if we don't say a word. Our worth can be seen through sincerity and attentiveness in every interaction. Here's a thought from Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher. Don't let your voice overpower your presence. This reminds us that our value doesn't just come from what we say, but also from how we care and focus on the present elements that make up the essence of our lives. I encourage you to think about this at the end of the day. When do you truly feel present? How can you improve your presence tomorrow? Please share your deep insights in the comments section. Number 3, stay strong. When storms happen, old trees stay put, and the forest doesn't move during them. In our ever-changing and upsetting lives, we all need to develop the same quality of resilience as those old trees. In Stoic philosophy, this quality is seen as an important part of character and a key to becoming admirable without saying a word. Resilience isn't just the ability to handle hardships, it's how we accept and deal with them. Socratic philosopher Seneca once said, "Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men." This powerful quote stresses that resilience is the power to get back up after a setback, not being unbeatable. Many people in history have shown how resilient people can be. For example, Marcus Aurelius, who was both a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, was hit by epidemics, wars, and even betrayal from close friends and family. But he always kept his cool, remained calm, and made decisions. Marcus Aurelius thought that what hinders action makes action more likely. What stands in the way becomes the way. These words not only give us a deep understanding of mental strength, But they also encourage us to be brave and persistent. To fully understand resilience, we need to see it not only as a quick response to hardship, but also as a long-term process of self-improvement. We are always learning how to better handle unexpected events, and resilience can be seen as a constant negotiation between oneself and the outside world, where each of us tries to adapt and grow no matter what. Think about the last time you faced a big challenge. How did you get through it? What gave you the strength to keep going even when it seemed like everything was against you? This experience may have taught you a lot about yourself and your resilience. Connecting with one's own values is an important part of being resilient. When we know our own worth, we can stand firm against challenges without having to defend that value. This shows up in our words, actions, and decisions every day. When we don't give up in the face of difficulty, we not only show the world how strong we are, but also how much we value ourselves. Being resilient is not just a personal response, it's a statement of courage and self-worth. When you are resilient, you not only help yourself, but also inspire those around you. Are you ready to embrace and develop your resilience? Number 4. Do nice things. Kindness has good effects that can't be predicted, like a small stone thrown into a pond that makes waves. Being kind is not only a lovely thing to do, it's also an important part of living a good life. Thanks for your kind words. Kindness is more than just a nice thing to do. It shows that you have an open heart and a peaceful spirit. One of the most famous Stoic thinkers said that kindness can't be defeated as long as it's real and not fake or ironic. If you treat someone badly and gently correct them, what can they do? If you have the chance, correct him cheerfully at the exact moment he's trying to hurt you. Imagine walking down a cold street and seeing an elderly person struggling with their umbrella. The wind is strong and the umbrella is about to flip over, so instead of just walking by, you decide to help them steady the umbrella and lead them to a safe shelter. From the rain, even though this act seems small, it shows a deep care for others. By not expecting anything in return, you validate your worth through selfless dedication. This is what it means to be valued without words, but through actions. Also, kindness has a ripple effect. A study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that seeing acts of kindness makes the brain release oxytocin, a hormone that makes you feel good and connects you with others. Kindness not only helps the person receiving it, but it also improves the social and mental life of the person doing it. But how can someone effectively practice kindness when life is hard and full of problems? The answer lies in self-awareness and direction, starting with the smallest actions like listening to a friend in need or giving a stranger a smile. Think about this. When you show kindness, you earn respect and admiration, not through words, but through actions. What if we all set aside a minute every day to do something selfless without expecting anything in return? The world would be a different place. So, kindness is not only a moral obligation, it's also a powerful way to build personal and community values. By being kind, you not only raise your own worth, but you also help make society a better place where everyone is valued. You are welcome to leave a kind message if you agree with our point of view. It's not enough to just be kind. Kindness is a strong force that can change both the person who shows it and the person who receives it. When we show kindness, we help make the world a better place for everyone. Kindness can be shown in many ways, from small acts to big ones, but it has a huge effect on everyone. Practicing kindness every day can help us have better relationships, feel better, and live in a happier community. This lesson talks about why being kind is important and gives us steps we can take to make it a part of our lives. Know how important it is to be kind. Being kind makes people feel like they are part of a group and helps them trust each other and work together. Giving and receiving kindness has been shown to lower stress, raise happiness, and improve mental health in general for both people. Kind actions can motivate others to follow suit, starting a chain reaction that lasts a long time after the original act. Start with little things. Kind actions like smiling, keeping the door open, or complimenting someone can make their day extra special. These little things don't take much time or work, but they can make other people's lives better and build trust. Simply by beginning with small acts of kindness, you can make them a regular part of your day. Learn how to listen actively. As a kind person, one of the most important things you can do is listen to someone with full sympathy. Being present in the moment, not talking over the other person, and showing that you are interested in what they are saying are all parts of active listening. This practice makes people feel valued and understood, which builds relationships and makes the setting more supportive. Help and back people up. Look for ways to help other people, like offering to run an errand for a coworker or giving them mental support when they're having a hard time. Service not only helps the person who receives it, but it also gives the person who gives it a sense of purpose and satisfaction. Helping others without being asked can make a big difference in their lives, especially when they need it the most. Develop a kind heart. Change your way of thinking so that you are more likely to be kind to everyone, even yourself. To be self-compassionate, you should treat yourself with the same care and understanding you would give a friend. Think about how you can be more kind in your daily life and regularly reflect on what you do. The way you think about things will affect how you act and make you a kinder person. You can help make the world a better, more understanding place by doing these things every day. Remember that being kind is a strong thing that can help other people and make your own life better in many ways. Number 5. Grow good character. Imagine you're in a big meeting where everyone is trying to show off their accomplishments and give their opinion. At the same time, there's someone who is quietly watching, listening, and only making wise comments when they're needed. What makes this person stand out and be appreciated? It's the virtues of humility and wisdom. They've worked on these virtues so much that they are now their defining traits. They show intelligence and self-control in everything they do, and every word they say is carefully thought out. People like this not only get people's attention with their silence, but also with their ability to analyze and make good decisions, which calms down the chaos and noise in the meeting. They are living proof that sometimes the strongest strength comes from quiet reflection and deep thought. Stoics say that virtue isn't a fixed quality, but a thing that grows and shows itself through deeds. There are 4 main parts to character. Smarts: good sense, bravery, and patience. Every single one of these virtues is very important for how we deal with the world and how other people see our wisdom. It's the deep understanding of what is right and wrong that separates good acts from bad ones. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, is a famous example of a wise person in history. He always carefully thought through every choice to make sure it was best for his people. When it comes to justice, this virtue includes always being honest and fair. Justice is more than just treating others fairly. It also means having an impartial spirit that judges everything accurately. Leaders who are willing to listen to all points of view before making decisions are an everyday example of justice, because they make sure that every voice is heard and every view is taken into account. Being courageous doesn't just mean being brave in dangerous situations. It also means being strong when facing problems or challenges. Being brave means standing your ground in tough situations, not just in war, but also in everyday life. For example, it means telling the truth even though you know it might not be liked. Temperance means being able to stay calm no matter what, without letting your feelings or the situation get the best of you. Temperance helps people keep their thoughts and choices clear, which helps them make good decisions. Promoting these virtues not only makes us better people, but it also makes others respect and value us more. This is because our actions speak louder than words. By studying and following these principles, we can not only live a better life, but also deeply inspire and impress others without saying a word. This is the true power of nurturing virtue in Stoic philosophy. But how do we recognize and develop these virtues within ourselves? Have you started to recognize and develop these virtues? Write something I'm ready for you to tell us that you're ready for this trip. Number 6. Accept what you cannot control. How many times have you felt useless when things were out of your control? Have you ever felt sad, disappointed, or anxious because you couldn't change something? How do you deal with the things you can't change without letting them make you doubt your own worth? These are questions that not only bother us, but they also help us understand an important part of Stoic thought. Take responsibility for the things you can't change or overcome in life. Instead of trying to control everything, the Stoic philosophy teaches us that accepting what we can't change or overcome leads to a new way of recognizing our own worth. Let me give you an example. In places that are prone to natural disasters like flood-prone areas, people have to deal with problems they can't change, like bad weather and the unpredictable nature of nature. Instead of fighting these problems, they learn to accept them and make the best of them. For example, this community builds stronger homes in higher areas to avoid flooding and sets up better drainage systems. They also make detailed evacuation plans and practice them often so that everyone, from kids to the elderly, knows how to act quickly and effectively when a disaster strikes. They also take safety measures like emergency relief kits, flashlights, and other emergency supplies. Every home has a water supply ready so that people can take care of themselves in the first few hours of a disaster. This careful planning and openness not only helps keep deaths and injuries to a minimum, but it also helps the community stay calm and in charge when things get tough, showing the value of being strong and smart in the face of unexpected problems. When you accept that some things are out of your control, you not only feel less stressed, but you also focus on the things you can change. You learn to adapt and improve your problem-solving skills, and in doing so, you build a strong and trustworthy image of yourself without having to say so. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This advice shows how important attitude and acceptance are. When you start to see situations not as an impossible obstacle, but as a chance to learn and grow, you truly increase your own worth. Accepting what you can't change is not only a lesson in giving up, but also a big step toward finding and recognizing your true worth. When you don't have to say what you're worth to feel respected and valued, you have truly understood and applied Stoic philosophy to your life. By doing this, you not only help yourself, but you also inspire others by living a meaningful and responsible life. Life is a path full of things we can't plan for and things we can't change. The Stoic philosophy tells us to be strong and graceful when dealing with things we can't change. Focusing on what we can change and letting go of what we can't helps us feel calm and strong. This lesson talks about the idea of accepting what you can't change and how important it is to live a healthy and happy life. Know the difference between controls. Idea: understand that we can't control everything. Practice: write down your worries and sort them into things you can manage and things you can't. Put your efforts into the first one. Epictetus said, "Do the best you can with what you have control over, and let the rest go as it may." Strive for inner peace. Idea. Being mentally calm comes from letting go of things you can't change. Mindfulness and meditation can help you accept things that are out of your control and feel less anxious about them. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over events outside of you. Know this, and you will be strong." Accept change. Idea. Life is always changing, and understanding that helps us get used to it more easily. Practice. Think about the changes that happened in the past and how they helped you grow. See new changes as chances to learn and grow. Stoic wisdom. Seneca said, "Fate leads the willing and drags along the unwilling." Focus on what you do, not what happens. Though we can't change what happens, we can change how we react to it. Practice. Make it a habit to stop and think about what you're going to do before you act in tough scenarios. The Stoic idea. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. From Epictetus. Build up your resilience. Acceptance makes us stronger, so we can handle the hard things in life. Practice. To strengthen your mind and emotions, do things that push you out of your comfort zone. Stoic thought. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Socrates. When we accept the things we can't change, we free ourselves from stress and can focus on what really matters, our actions and replies. This Stoic concept is a strong way to find peace within yourself and make yourself strong. Accept it to handle life's unknowns with ease and knowledge. Number 7. Practice not caring about things that don't matter. In our daily lives, we deal with many things, people, and situations that we can't change. The Stoic philosophy says that many of these outside causes are indifferent things. These are things in life, like money, health, or social standing, that don't really change our morals or make us happy. The Stoics teach us to ignore everything else and focus on what we can change, our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. By doing this, we build inner peace and strength, so the ups and downs of the outside world don't affect us. This lesson goes over 5 important ways to become indifferent to things that don't matter. Find things that aren't different. Figure out what you can control and what you can't. Things that are not important to you include things like other people's views, your material possessions, and even your health to some extent. Think about the Stoic dichotomy of control, which says that our deeds and attitudes are under our control while everything else is not. Think about virtues. Develop qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation as a matter of priority. You can change these things, and they are the building blocks of a good character. Remind yourself that being good is what brings true happiness and satisfaction, not having things or achieving goals. Practice being mindful and letting go. Develop an attitude that isn't tied to what other people do. Mindfulness helps you stay in the present and watch your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Focus on what's important by doing things like meditation or writing in a book. Accept problems and setbacks. Look at problems and failures as chances to get stronger and develop your character. You can use your Stoic principles in every tough scenario. Don't forget that outside events don't make you who you are. How you react to them does. Keep your cool and use problems as a chance to grow. Improve your emotional balance. Try to keep your emotions in check by not responding to good or bad things that happen. Keep a steady and calm attitude no matter what is going on around you. Be thankful for what you have and understand that you can't change some things. This helps your mind stay strong and calm. You can free yourself from stress and emotional turmoil by learning not caring about things that don't matter to you. Pay attention to what counts most: your actions, your character, and your peace of mind. Taking this Stoic view will help you live a more peaceful and satisfying life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Roman empresses and a Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you, with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice." This quote not only shows the Stoic view on accepting and facing fate, but it also shows how important it is to not let small problems take over your mind. Imagine that you work in a busy office in London with Robert, who always seems to be upset about the cold weather and problems in his family. Robert's complaining voice echoes like an unwanted melody. You can't change Robert's behavior or emotions, but you can change how you react to them. By practicing indifference, you choose not to let Robert's complaints bother you. This not only helps you relax, but it also helps you keep your cool. You focus on your work and tune out the noise around you. Over time, you find that you can keep a high level of concentration. This not only helps you get more done, but it also helps you relax your mind. In personal relationships, for example, people often hurt us with hurtful words or careless actions. Instead of reacting badly, using Stoic principles helps us understand that those words and actions do not define our worth, so we learn to ignore them and not let them upset our peace of mind or emotional balance. It's important to know what is irrelevant or not important. This could be outside noise, other people's opinions, or even short-term problems at work. When we learn not to let these things affect our feelings and actions, we truly master ourselves and our lives. By practicing apathy toward things that aren't important, we not only learn to prioritize our energy, but we also improve our quality of life, become stronger and calmer, and most importantly, become more respected individuals without having to say a word. This is what Stoicism says. Through the 7 lessons I gave you, we've looked at how to be appreciated without saying a word. I hope you found useful tools to boost your self-respect and self-awareness without bragging. Ask yourself, can you use these principles in your daily life? Let's think about what we've learned and the changes you can start making right away. As always, we want to hear from you. How did you feel about the video and the content I gave you? Please leave a comment. Not happy A, average B, happy C, happy D, very happy with it. Share your thoughts on this video by liking and commenting below. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when new videos come out. The videos will play at the end of this screen. Keep watching and learning more about Stoic philosophy. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.